Alright, hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Zero Time Dilemma. I think last time we did we failed at fire, but we did, I forget what it was called, but it was D-Team puzzle that we succeeded on, this one here with the button. So let's do a Q1. It defaults to this one, so I guess we'll just do that one. Unfortunately, I already did this puzzle. Almost. This Radical-6 one. I was on what I assume is the second to last step, if not the last one.
Why?
And my whole computer just locked up and I had to hard reboot everything. So I don't know what the hell the game's problem was, but I hope that never happens again.
Formaldehyde solution with
I
A pig.
did not figure out
I'm right here with you.
what the hell I was doing for the very last bit, but I got up there. So on the upside, I won't be screwing around trying to figure out what's going on for a while, because I remember that bit right there.
Something like this in a box.
Everything up to the very, I think it's the end. It feels like it's the end. So maybe I'll do this super quick.
Pandemic.
But they're talking about Radical-6, which if you played VLR, that's the deadly virus that destroys the whole world and also makes you unable to perceive that you're on the moon.
Researching all kinds of viruses like that.
Oh, okay.
So this facility was researching Radical-6,
Like what?
but it's possible we're going to get injected with it.
Ingredients and cooking all of us a nice meal.
I don't think we're going to be eating penguin and butterfly soup.
Isn't it too early?
It's
for
also
dinner?
totally dinner time.
been
It's like
4.5
6 o'clock.
hours since
That's
we fell asleep in the
perfectly dinner
lounge.
time.
4.5 hours. They knocked us out for quite a while.
No, not necessarily. We could have woken up.
Yeah,
a
Q
bunch
raises
of
an excellent
times
point,
during all that.
which
But if Zero erased
ties
our
in real
memories,
nicely with the whole meta-narrative frame of the game, which is that every time you jump to a different point in time, you have no idea what's gone on before,
What's this?
except for the vote, and the characters are all in the exact same boat because Zero keeps wiping their mind.
Stomach.
So there's our overall goal, slash the pig stomach. At least I thought it was the overall goal. It was not the overall goal. The overall goal is obviously to seek a way out.
Why? Why do we have to
Or maybe we do have to slash that pig's stomach. I didn't get that far, so maybe I was
It's
at
not
the
like we
second
really have a
last thing.
choice, do we?
There's no way to leave.
You lose the knife, so
We're just gonna have to
I don't
do
know.
what he said.
okay. Now we'll seek a way out, and this should go by pretty quickly, actually. Assuming I can remember how I did all this. Okay, so we have a pig here we can't do anything with. We need a cord for this machine. That won't turn on, but we can pick these up. So let's grab our green liquid and our red liquid. And I'm sorry that this part is not going to be blind anymore. There's some stuff over there. We can't use anything with. Here, we need this note. Which tells us that we can separate the liquids. We need this little red ball, which, if you look, has a hexagon groove here, and if you mash A, they'll talk about the weird hole and how you possibly use it for something. Go over to the next machine, unscrew this plate, covers off, and we get the cover of centrifuge, which I did not notice when I played it the last time that it was called cover of centrifuge, which would explain where we have to use it next. But we'll pick up this note so we can use the centrifuge machine manual. Oh wait, this is the centrifuge here. So what the hell's the other thing? Anyway, if we come over here, that says that we can't move the wheels. We go back over to this machine and we can stick the plate in here. And this is the exact same order that I did everything in too. So you can change the order up, but I'm going to do it in the same order that I did it. Orange, blue, white. So we get an order for colors. But unfortunately we have green and pink. So we can't do anything with those just yet. After spinning around the room for a while, I eventually found out you can actually click on this thing to zoom in and get this knife. And now we can do as the computer asked us and slash the pig's stomach. This will give us a file on Fnatic Bio R, which may or may not be Radical-6. We get the microscope lens, we can use the microscope, and the power cords, we can use that computer. Now, I spun around this room for a while trying to figure out where the hell the sink was, and messed with a bunch of other stuff that I have not shown yet. But if we plug this in, we can take the knife, insert the knife in this hole, open it up, and the knife snaps. But now we have these, and we need to get our liquids into the right colors. We need orange, blue, and white. So we're going to head over here, and we're going to take our green liquid beaker and separate it into blue and yellow. Blue and yellow, and then we'll take our pink beaker and do the same, which will give us red and white. Red, white, and now obviously we need orange, which means we're going to need to put the yellow in and put the red in. Spin them around the other way. Boom, we get orange. Alright. Did I write down the order for that plate? No, I didn't. It was orange, blue, white, though. So, spin around another bit. There we go. Guess I should have spun the other way. Orange in first. Put blue in second. And put white in next. And we get a fetus. Come over here. This computer, oops, gives us a yellow bird, a pink fish, a white insect, red plant, and a blue human. They'll comment on it if you click and look at it. They'll be like, oh, this is the same specimen. So we put our human here, and they tell us the positions are wrong. And you can move them all except the insect can't be moved. And I don't know the order of that yet. That's where I got stuck. There is one other thing we can do. We can take this microscope lens. I'm gonna have to do the fitting puzzle again. Shit. Put the lens in. Come into the centrifuge. And separate our orange again. Boom, boom, boom. Yellow. Red. Okay. So then we have the three primary colors in white. The like base forms of it, we can look at them. Red, they're split into three. White, they're split into one. This part I actually don't need to do because I have the notes for it. I could just go over and solve the puzzle, but in the effort of showing you the solution, you see that they're all grouped differently. Come over to this thing. There's a puzzle here. You can click these colors and it'll start to fill up. And if we looked at all of our things in the all the base chemicals in the microscope, you see that yellow was in a group of 5, red was in a group of 3, whites were alone, blue were in 2. Check that. Puzzle's complete. It's unlocked. We open this up and there's a new box with the specimens in it. I screwed around with this for a while, not knowing you could rotate them because I just didn't push all the buttons on my controller, I suppose. I'm going to try and remember where these all go. Roughly here. That's got to be there. Gotta get them to all fit without overlapping on each other. And it took me a while to do, but I remember them now. And that's wrong. Boom. Wait. Alright, so then we get these capsules, which are the same as the colors on the computer, which are the same as the specimens in the thing. See, we have yellow, pink, blue, red, and then like white, I suppose. Yellow, pink, blue, red, white. And we have these ones. And these need to be in a certain order. And I sat there and brute forced it for a while. And then the game eventually just crashed. And I did not even finish my brute forcing. So I'm trying to figure out from these what the hell they are. I thought I have to dye the specimens, but I can't seem to do that at all. And now that I look at them in just the right angle here, I'm noticing that they range in numbers 0 to 5, with insect being 0 and insect being when you can't move. And if that's true, it should go bird, fish, human, plant. Which is why I didn't solve it brute forcing, because I was doing it in the order where bird begins. Bird, fish, human, insect, plant. Oh, I got it. Oh my god. I think my video time was nearing 40 minutes by the time the game crashed, and easily 20 minutes of it had just been that step. Alright. Now what do we got? Fingerprint authentication device. There's a trap, now we're all bleeding. The light by the sink turned on, okay. So now we're back into blind territory. There's power. We can move it over to that side, which makes a whole lot more sense. There's nothing in that area, okay. That light's not on though. Still doesn't work, no water. But this drawer opens. And it's a scalpel. Which we'll need to cut the pig open. Okay. Oh, now the other one's turned on, okay. Get the pig out of this. Ah, and it moves over to attach to the sink. There we go. Choke it away, and the pig explodes out. Pig and formaldehyde. Oh, I bet I know where I gotta take this. Clean bench. Oh, okay. I guess I just combine them in my inventory then? No? Let's put it by the sink first. Let's use. Oh, it wants the sink instead of the bench. Okay. Alright. Scalpel the pig. See what's inside. Cha-ching! Alright, did it. Okay.
Zero.
Oh yeah, that was the Heart Ripper. The Q seems to know a lot about. That's pretty gruesome. That seems strange. Wouldn't the doctor be able to drive on his own? He has enough money to get a car and pay for it. Like, why is Doctor taking a taxi? Man, like... So this one Heart Ripper guy killed like 4 people in one night.
What's the point of him telling us this story?
It's just some kind of act.
Cause and effect. He's trying to teach you about
Probably
like
doesn't mean anything.
your actions have
I'm not
consequences and ripple effects and shit. Also, is Q that young boy? Contain 3 syringes. Okay. Oh, they're all filled with Radical-6.
Radical-6?
So I was right, they are going to inject themselves with Radical-6. I think I don't, well, now I don't know what I said in this video and the like first video that's gone because it crashed. Or take up to 2 hours, but man, you feel like you're on the moon. Oh yeah, they kill themselves. I forgot about that. Yep. Phonetic BioR, yeah. Oh yeah, that sounded great. And apparently different. The antagonistic relationship exists between Radical-6. Oh, okay. So they cancel each other out or something? Are you unaffected by either of them? Destroy each other and leave no adverse effects. Interesting.
So a single virus is toxic, but using the other as
So maybe that's why the people in VLR are alive. Because they have Radical-6, so they don't die to BioR.
What is he talking about?
Oh, here's our choice, I think. We have to guess whether or not he infected us with FBR.
I do remember feeling something when I touched it, like a prick.
So we were all stabbed by a poison needle?
So we have to guess whether or not Zero actually infected us with FBR.
Wait, what? What are you saying?
I mean, that's not really how that works unless Zero actually is a clairvoyant. Is that... That's not how the timelines work, though. If... Okay. So what he's saying is that from right now, this decision is going to create 2 branching timelines. One where we infect ourselves, one where we don't. The timeline where we infected ourselves,
So wait,
he's saying we were already infected with FDR. The timeline where we don't, we weren't infected with FDR. That's not how that works, because
then the outcome will be the same.
if
we
he
inject
choose
ourselves
at
with this
the moment where
Radical-6,
Zero chooses to infect the needles
already
with
infected
FDR, he's creating 2 alternate timelines. And in each of those 2 timelines, we're faced with this choice with Radical-6,
And if we don't
where
do it, that just
we
means
now have an
we
end
weren't
result of
infected
4
with FDR in the
timelines.
first place.
But what if it's a lie?
Yeah, that's also like the obvious thing
Saying,
is
what if he's lying about being
why
psychic?
would you think that
Well,
Zero
if
is
you think
psychic?
about it, the likelihood that he's lying is incredibly high.
Doesn't make any
So
damn
then,
sense.
What do we do? What the hell do we do?
I feel like I remember that line from the trailer. Alright, so there's decision time. I get to infect myself with Radical-6. Alright, so we will see both of these, obviously. We're gonna start with injecting. If only because I'm pretty sure Q is Quark from VLR, and if I remember correctly,
Let's do it.
He's infected with Radical-6 then.
Care to share your reason?
After everything, the issue isn't if Zero can see the future or if he's lying. It's just like Eric said. If Zero does have that power, then it's the same either way. That means all we need to do is think about what happens if he doesn't. Our fate can go 4 different ways.
Exactly.
The situation.
There's 4 outcomes.
We are infected with FBR, and we inject ourselves with Radical-6. Or not. If we aren't infected with FBR, and we inject ourselves with Radical-6, or not. The important thing we need to remember, though, is the mortality rates. Zero
It's
said
true.
casualty
If we
rates
game
are
theory it,
75%
you've got
of 6 types. And we saw in the files that deaths were 100%
FBR
fanatic bias.
positive,
So
FBR negative. In fact, I'm going to explain this on screen because I have the memo. I'm just going to use the mouse to do it. Also, it gives me an excuse to clear out my memos from the last time I used them. So, clear the pages notes. So we've got outcomes like this. FBR positive in green. FBR negative in red. And then if we infect ourselves with R6, if we don't infect ourselves with R6. So if we are infected with FBR, and we don't take Radical-6, there's a 100% chance we die. If we do infect ourselves with Radical-6, 0% chance we die, which means if we're infected with FBR, it's either we take it and we're fine, or we don't take it and we die, in which case we would take it. If we don't have FBR, and we take Radical-6, there's a 75% chance we die. And if we don't have it and we don't take it, 0% chance we die, in which case this would be ideal. But if we total them up, not taking because this is our choice here, not taking FBR, or not taking Radical-6, leaves us with a 100% chance of dying if we are infected and nothing if we aren't. So the only risk here is the 100% risk. I guess I should be doing the game theory part in blue. If we take Radical-6, we either are fine or we have a 25% chance of survival. So we have a 75% chance of mortality rate. 75% is better than 100, so we should take Radical-6. So that's what he's trying to say here, I bet, is that game theory says you take it anyway. Ah, there we go. Now I wish I hadn't drawn a goddamn chart.
The probability that we're infected
I
with
didn't think they'd
FBR
just
is
draw a chart. I thought he was just gonna say it and that was it.
If we inject Radical-6, our survival rate is half of 125, 62.5%.
And if we don't inject it, then our chance is sitting at 50%.
Yeah, there you go.
Any objections?
They did the end. They explained the end result math a little different, but same general idea. Obviously, infect yourself.
Okay, here we go. Ready? And...
Which means probably that what Zero meant by being clairvoyant is that he did infect them with FBR, because
So are we good?
game theory suggests that they would take Radical-6, and he said, if I thought you would take Radical-6, I give you FBR.
do we feel any different?
No, not really.
So,
What's the time? They didn't look at their watch.
Hey, Eric. I've thought this before, but, well, your laugh is kind of strange.
Yeah, a little weird.
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess this is, well, sort of a bad habit I've had since I was a kid.
Creepy laughs.
what do you mean?
It's not good.
Issues at home, I guess.
Was your family difficult?
That's just it. We were completely normal. A kind mom, a clumsy dad, and an annoying little brother.
The dog is in the corner of the bar. That's probably the most important clue of all.
Dear, what's wrong?
Everything's so normal and perfect.
Just been crying.
Hey, you two. Mind telling Mommy why you're crying?
Chris broke my toy!
No! It was your fault, Aaron!
God, Eric was a shit since he was a kid.
Listen to me, okay? When painful or sad things happen, people get angry or cry because of them. Even at those times, I want you to never forget to smile.
That sounds really stupid and is not good advice at all.
Smile. No matter how painful things get. As long as you can face it with a smile, happiness will come to you. Smiles have a strange power.
Man, the face modeling in this game is still really creepy. I don't know if I brought that up in the first episode or not, but I kind of wish it was 999's like 2D sprite work again. I didn't have a big deal with VLRs, like 3D modeled visual novel stuff, because you don't get more than like the one angle, so they can make sure the angles you get look good. In here, they give you all sorts of angles, and 9% of the time they seem to look freaking terrible.
It looks like Daddy's
I'm really glad Q has a helmet on. That means he'll always look fine. Eric's just smiling like a creeper the whole game.
Oh, you've gotten big.
Me too! Me too!
Okay. Okay. Come at me. I'm ready.
Yay!
I just had a thought. I'm gonna try it after I try one other thing.
Mom always told us to
Never forget to
forget
smile. Okay.
She'd never heard a bug.
I don't know, there's something about these three, I think it's just because they're unique to this game, that they, well, assuming Q isn't
It was
Cord,
incredible.
that they're really boring and uninteresting, and
That's when Dad changed.
I want to know what's going on with Carlos and Diana. And I feel like if it weren't for the purposes of varying things up for recording, I'd probably save Q for last.
Shut the hell up. Who said you could fucking cry?
Oh shit, family fell apart.
Oh, Jesus, Eric. Can't you even look after your shitty little brother?
I'm sorry! I'm sorry! Forgive me! Please forgive me!
God. Kids. Hey, go find someone to get me beer.
Go find someone else to get me a beer.
Don't cry. Don't get mad. You better always smile, was what Dad liked to say. But unlike Mom, he was never not angry with us.
He was never non-angry with us.
Eventually, I figured out how to smile, regardless of what was going on. Just smiling day in and day out.
Why are we in an ice cream parlor?
I'd be made fun of.
I mean, yeah, you would be made fun of if you smiled through
No
everything.
matter how bad it was, I never raised
That's why I was saying it was terrible advice.
kept smiling.
Oh my god, that creepy little laugh.
Even after Dad fell ill and died.
Like you just be seen as some
Two
psychopath.
smiles. One taught by my mom, and one forced by my dad. Got kind of mixed up, and the result is what I pasted.
It's a little sad. Ugh, that bug didn't go away after all. That's real unfortunate. Thought that had been patched
Never
out.
talked to anyone about all of this before, but Mira, will you still love me, even with me being like this?
So they are actually in a relationship then?
Don't you get?
Yeah, you're right. I didn't even have to ask, did I?
Eric, thanks for sharing that.
It wasn't like I did it for you or anything. It just sort of came out, that's all.
Yeah, still, thanks.
Tell the truth, I just didn't want to end up like my father. So I forced my mouth to keep smiling.
I just realized his like cuff lengths are different to account for the watch.
The worst part
but it
is he
doesn't
came to the front
look
after we got
like one is rolled up at all.
All of that on you too.
Don't worry about
So that's kind of
it.
weird.
I'm alright.
Okay.
Like Q's arms are fine.
So you never mentioned
She's
you
just
had
a pair
young
of
brother.
walking breasts.
Yeah. About your age, more or less.
What? We're the same age? Oh, maybe we could be friends. Would it be okay if I met him after we get out?
Q sounds like a girl, and I don't know if that's just the casting
Anyway, sorry I turned the mood dark.
on purpose or just that it's easier to get women to voice
You turn the mood.
young kids.
Oh, your jokes always crack me up,
There
Eric.
was no joke there. That was like a serious, heartfelt story, Mira. Why are you such a bitch?
I mean, to think that was dark. You really have a sense for these things. And don't worry, listening to it was a lot of fun.
Wait a minute. What makes you think that was all a joke?
Uh-huh.
It was such a sad story. He just told us he's been holding in this painful past.
Yeah, why are you a
the whole
bitch,
time.
Mira?
How is that a joke?
Oh, I just don't think to make a mistake like that.
A mistake?
I'm so sorry. I've always been clumsy.
No, she's just
It's
brushing
a
off
business that I don't
being a
really know
huge
how to
asshole.
run, you know?
Clumsy?
Hey, Eric. Can you tell me?
Mira.
Oh, okay, that face was definitely worse.
What? No. Mira? Why did you...
Joe. So she kept the scalpel and killed him. And now she's gonna kill him.
What's wrong with you, Mira? Stop! Stop this!
Is that Q dead? Yep. Actually, that might not kill him. It's just gonna hurt a lot. So is that Radical-6 doing that? Because I thought Radical-6 made you kill yourself, not others. Huh. Alright, well, let's go see what happens when I pick the alternate ending. And we will jump to decision time. Oh man, there was a lot of cutscene to skip through. Alright, decision time. So now we will not inject it. Despite it being, like, statistically the wrong choice. Or according to game theory, the wrong choice.
Maybe we shouldn't.
Yeah, right?
Care to share your reason?
After everything, the issue isn't if Zero can see the future or if he's lying. It's just like Eric said. If Zero does have that power, then it's the same either way. That means all
It's
we
true.
have to do
If Zero is an Esper who can travel through time, it doesn't matter what choice they make here. There's going to be a timeline. There's, in fact, 50% of the timelines are they're going to die and 50% they won't.
No. In fact, a virus called Fanatic Bio R existing in the first place is very suspicious.
It's true, it is a little suspicious.
Radical-6 sounds just as fantastical.
Radical-6 sounds super
There's no
fantastical.
doubt that Radical-6 is real. I've heard of it before. Well, it could be that Zero wants us to become infected with Radical-6. But instead of doing it himself, for some reason he's unable to.
It's true.
He needs us to do
I mean,
this.
okay, clearly it's not that he's unable to, it's that he has no reason to. It's all like some sick game.
The door.
It opened.
Let's get out of here. If we're too slow, then the door might up and close on us.
Wait, Eric!
Is she gonna infect herself regardless then?
Hey, Vera! What are you doing?
Or is she gonna infect somebody else with it?
We must have been right not to inject it.
Why did you infect the dog?
Okay, and more importantly, the door opened for us.
There's still another possibility, you know. That Zero really does have the ability to see the future.
If it's true, then we would have been right if we had injected the host.
Hey,
I mean,
did you tell the truth
kind
earlier
of.
About what?
about Radical-6 being real?
Oh, yeah.
How do you know about it?
Well, I'm not sure.
Did you
Same
get
way he knows
any
about the
more
Heart Ripper?
suspicious?
I know what I know, okay? I can't help that.
So why not share? Tell us more about this Radical-6 virus.
More.
Mira's looking a lot
I'm
more
not even
suspicious every
sure
couple
where to
seconds.
start.
How about its name?
Oh, that's easy. Aside from triggering intense suicidal impulses, Radical-6 causes the infected's thought process to reduce to
by
1 root 6.
Root 6.
Therefore, when 1 second passes for them, the world has gone through root 6 seconds, or roughly 2.4.
Oh, I thought it just went at 1/6 speed.
There is also
but-
the word radical.
I guess not.
Aside from meaning things like extreme, it can also refer to a radical root. Get it?
It's just one giant math pun.
But is it really possible for thought speed to be slowed down like that?
Yep.
That's why you don't notice you're on the
The
moon.
infected, through changes in DNA methylation and histomodification, gain epigenetic mutations in the control mechanisms of their genetic expressions.
Wait,
Nothing you said made
could you
sense.
maybe simplify that, please?
Oh, the body's composition changes as a genetic switch is flipped, more or less.
A genetic...
Switch?
Let's try this. A common scientific thought until now was that parental characteristics didn't transfer. Recent research has changed that. We now know that they can be by flipping certain genetic switches. Well, regardless of what kind of experiences the parents had to go through, their DNA blueprints won't change.
Yeah, that makes
But
sense.
within that expansive DNA coding, the question of what should be read seems to change based on experience.
Weird.
The change becomes especially apparent when the parents' lives are in danger.
Like maybe if someone was trapped in a shelter and forced to risk their life.
Yeah, that would do it.
So, if Eric and I did the horizontal tango right now, the baby might end up psychic.
What?
Interesting.
Anyway, so if Radical-6 really does...
Also,
genetics-
probably like super pseudoscience. I mean, that's like a big part of the series.
Hey,
Is
are
it's
you
basically all pseudoscience.
Yeah.
From
So
the
you're
morphogenetic
basically saying
field
this
to
Radical-6 virus is super dangerous, right?
Radical-6 to
Yes,
what they just
there's no
talked about
doubt
now.
it is. So, Zero said earlier that Radical-6 transmits through bodily fluids and is highly infectious. If someone infected with the virus was to go outside, then
Then they'd
mankind,
kill
6
everyone.
billion people will die.
6 billion?
Now announcing the current casualties. C-Team, Carlos, Akane, Junpei. These 3 are now deceased.
So all of C-Team dies.
As a result, 3 X-passes will be revealed. Fire, crash, 5. That is all.
Weird.
What the hell?
Also, it looks like Junpei's code is always 5.
It's obvious obviously because of the vote.
But
The vote?
At 13:30.
I think the others changed.
But wait, did everyone from C-Team really die? We haven't seen their corpses or anything. They might still be alive.
No, they're dead. I'm sure of it.
Why?
Because
He's right. I don't think they're alive.
You too, Mira?
They just remember seeing them with bomb collars on.
What do you think, old man?
That's
C-Team's gotta be alive, right?
What are you doing, Eric? He's not gonna answer you.
Hey, you don't know. Maybe he...
can speak?
maybe the dog can speak perfect English.
Now it is time for you to sleep.
0.
1930.
When next you wake, know you will have no memory of these past 90 minutes. Pleasant dreams.
So yeah, he is docking them out after everyone. So next time you warp to a different one, you don't know. Okay. So as the player, you gain memory of everything. But the characters lose their memory each time. So we got our complete all of Radical-6. There is one thing I wanted to check out though. And that is, what if I come down to here? Go to decision time. Who killed Junpei? What if he was infected with Radical-6? And he killed himself. The dead cannot kill anyone. Oh, okay, never mind then. Forget that. I feel like that was a thing in VLR where you had to like realize that somebody killed themselves. But I guess not. So, that's gonna do it for today's episode. I suppose next time we'll pick another one of the C-Team options. I'm thinking the pool table one. That's looking like the next best one here. Got like pool table, green room, Akane pleading, and like it's just them discussing things, you know, all of them. But they're all situations where all three of them are alive, and this one has a sweet pool table. Or at least it looks like a sweet pool table, I'm not sure. So we'll probably do this one next. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, click like button, show your support. It helps a whole lot. And if you want to see more from the channel, make sure you subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.